Jesus could have spoken plainly, but instead he chose to use parables. If the Son of God needed stories to deliver the truth, why do you think your beats are any different? One mistake that every underground or up and coming artist makes is delaying the release of whatever they're working on for whatever reason. It makes me think of the parable of the talents, where there were some servants and the master gave them all a certain amount of talents. Like one had 5 or one had, 2, the other one had 1. And the master pretty like, hey, do something with it, and I'll be back. The master returns back after a while and he says to the servant that had 5, hey, what'd you do with yours? And he says, hey, I took my 5 and I doubled it. I got 10. He goes to the next one, says, what'd you do with your 2? He says, I took that 2 and made it 4. And then the last one, he says, what'd you do with yours? And so he said, well, I only had 1. And I didn't want to blow my shot because I knew you were a harsh master and you would expect, a return, on your investment. And so hid mine so I wouldn't lose it. And the master called him foolish, and he took the talent and he divvied it up between the other ones. And what that makes me think of when it comes like the underground artists or just up and coming artists in general is waiting to get it right to release it instead of just releasing it and fear. Oftentimes it's because out of fear, obviously, fear of the unknown, fear of what's going to happen, fear what's going to lead to, instead of just actually executing and just seeing where it leads. Maybe even because they have a goal in mind of their own, and they want to make sure that when whatever it is they release hits, it gets them to where they want to get to. Where it kind of makes me think of how people go into one, position or one thing with an idea or an end game in mind, not realizing that maybe God has something in store differently for them. He just wants to use whatever that vehicle, that avenue is that they're currently at to get them to their next level, even though they may not see it or may not look like where they're currently at.